Hello friends, this video on Ray Optics Part 2 is brought to you by examfear.com. No more fear from exam. Please make sure that you have watched Part 1 before going ahead with Part 2. So now we can study or we can start with reflection of light. I told you here we will not study about light because I think we have studied enough about light, about electromagnetic waves and stuffs. So now it's time to study about certain phenomenon, certain very important phenomenon which actually finds applications in day-to-day life. So we'll study about those things. So the first comes reflection of light. So what is reflection of light? Not a very new term for all of you, I guess, because you have been studying this since your class 6th or 7th. So everybody knows what is reflection of light. It is basically bouncing back of a ray of light when it strikes a boundary. So these are the key terms here. Bouncing back of a ray when it strikes a boundary between media through which it cannot pass. So that means whenever a ray of light is falling on a boundary between two media, that means let us suppose one medium is air, the other medium is something else, right? The ray of light is falling on that boundary and it cannot cross the boundary. So what will happen? It will traverse its path. It will come back. It will bounce off somewhat like this. Let us suppose this is a wall and here is a boy. He is playing with a football. So let us suppose he takes this football, this is his football, he kicks it off. What happens? The football is, as soon as the football is kicked, it hits this wall and then what happens? It again comes back. Now why does it come back? Because it reached the boundary. This was the boundary, right? Till there, while the boy was going through this path, there was no boundary. It was able to pass. But as soon as it reached the wall, it was not able to cross the wall. So what happened? It bounced back, right? So similar is the phenomenon of reflection of light. So instead of this ball, we have a ray of light. So when a ray of light reaches a boundary such that it is not able to cross the boundary, in that case it will bounce off the boundary and we say that the light is reflected. You got my point? So the best example to understand reflection of light is this football example. You hit a football, it goes ahead, hits the wall and bounces back. So similarly, when a ray of light falls on a boundary through which it cannot pass, then it bounces back. So this phenomenon is known as reflection of light. So if somebody asks you what is reflection of light, you really don't need to memorize the definition at all. It is very simple. It is just bouncing back of a ray of light when it hits a boundary between two medium through which it cannot pass. Right? Let us look at some of the examples which we see in our day-to-day life. You would have seen yourself in a mirror, right? How is it that you're able to see yourself in the mirror? Because that mirror is acting as a boundary through which the light rays cannot cross. So as a result, what happens? The light rays from your face will fall on the mirror and it will bounce back. Now since the light rays bounces back, because of that you are able to see yourself on the mirror. Now how exactly? So that means, why are you seeing yourself? You are the object here, right? And the image which you see in the mirror is your image. So that means whenever this reflection of light takes place, an image is formed, right? Now, how is this image formed? We will study about all those things as we go ahead. So as of now, you just try to visualize the examples that, okay, fine, if there is an object and if there is a boundary such that the light rays will bounce back from the boundary, in that case, an image will be formed. So the similar thing is happening in this case. If you see here, there is a pot here. So when the ray of light falls on this mirror, it bounces back from the mirror. right? So as a result, you are able to see this image. So here, this is your object and this is your image, right? Now, how is this image formation taking place? You will understand that also. Similarly, here also, if you see, this is your object and this is your image. So which is the boundary here? The surface of the water is the boundary here. So when the light rays falls here, it gets reflected, it bounces back, and as a result, an image is formed. So you got some rough idea that what is reflection and where do you see this phenomenon of reflection? Okay. You don't worry about exactly how these images are formed, because I will talk about that in the next slides. Since I'm just starting with the introduction thing, so I'm not going into very depth, so that initially you get a little bit of idea about the phenomenon and then we get into deep. So there are certain laws of reflection of light. I'm sure these are also not new to you. I mean, reflection of light is nothing but a review for you, so that we can go ahead with other phenomena. So the laws of reflection, as everybody knows, what are the laws of reflection? It says that the incident ray, reflected ray and normal all lie on the same plane. So which is the incident ray? The ray which falls on the boundary. So what are we saying? We are saying now that a ray of light comes, it falls on a boundary through which it cannot cross. So that ray of light which falls on the surface is the incident ray. What is reflected ray? The ray which bounces back. That is your reflected ray, right? So that means incident ray falls on a surface, then reflection of light takes place and the reflected ray bounces back from the surface. And what is normal? Normal is nothing but it is an imaginary perpendicular to the surface, right? So it is basically taken as a reference. So normal is nothing but a perpendicular drawn to the surface. Now surface here means the boundary, right? So we see that these three things, incident ray, reflected ray and normal, they all will lie on the same plane. So here you can see that, let us suppose this is mirror. So the mirror is nothing but a boundary, because the ray of light cannot cross the mirror and go to the other side. So here the ray is incident. You can see the arrow which shows that the ray is falling on the mirror. It gets reflected this way, and this is the normal, that is perpendicular to this surface, right? So these three lines will lie on the same plane. And the second law states that the angle of incidence is equal to the angle of reflection. Now what is angle of incidence? Angle of incidence is nothing but the angle which the incident ray makes with the normal. So this is my angle of incidence. And what is angle of reflection? The angle which the reflected ray makes with the normal. So now you see that the normal acts as a reference to calculate the angle of incidence and the angle of reflection, right? So this angle of incidence will always be equal to the angle of reflection. Okay, so these were some of the basic facts about reflection of light. So now we will study about, as I told you, when I talk about a boundary, it means from there the light will bounce back. So now we will study about the reflection of light from mirrors, because mirrors act as very good boundaries where light reflects back and then an image is formed. So we will study about the image formation by mirrors. That too, we will talk about special kinds of mirrors, that is spherical mirrors, right? Now we will see what are spherical mirrors, because these spherical mirrors have very useful applications in many different things which we use in our day-to-day life. So we will first talk about what is a spherical mirror, because once we know what is a spherical mirror, only then we can study about how reflection of light takes place in a spherical mirror. Thank you. Please visit examfear.com to watch free educational videos, try free online tests, get the best quality study materials, study from the best tutors and mentors, and much more. Thank you once again.